Hey everybody, what's going on people? Running it back with German International. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in once again. We are going to continue the theme which I shared a couple weeks ago for the month of November, for the love of it. And I started this, had this idea because I've had several guests on. We've had guests on for quite some time. We've had some throwbacks here and there, but I wanted to start an actual series or an actual situation where we can teach on something and build upon it. And the title, For the Love of It, just kind of stems from some things that I was thinking about as far as thinking about you, thinking about the audience, thinking about the viewers. And I know that we have some people who are viewing are very passionate about different things. That it can be sports, the it for you can be working with people, the it for you can be being generous and you love giving and seeing people happy. The it could be a career. So whatever that is for you, I want you to visualize this podcast with that in mind, okay? And so before, I talked about several things as far as how you can determine, or how can you determine that you are passionate about something, in so many words. That's what I talked about a couple weeks ago, and I gave a list of different things. So today, still based on this, because we got to understand that for the love of it means there's something that you're passionate about, okay? There's something that stirs you up. There's something that causes you to move and do something about it. I have a statement here. Passionate people follow what makes them come alive. And I'll say it again. Passionate people follow what makes them come alive. So my question to you today is, what makes you come alive? That's an indicator of what you're passionate about, what you're excited about, what gets your juices flowing, what gets you animated, okay? So with that in mind, we're not talking about a hobby, okay? Everybody has a hobby, something you like to do, but you could care less if you win or lose. You could care less how often you do it. It doesn't really, stir you in a type of way that something that you're passionate about. We're talking about that thing that you want to accomplish in life. So, in light of that, the subtitle for today is When They Say You Can't. Okay. The subtitle for today is When quote unquote they say you can't. Okay. Now this is in relation to you achieving your goals, but not necessarily you achieving your goals, but you as you come alive with something and you pursue that. In route to pursuing that, there are going to be people along the way that try to shine on your parade or rain on your parade. Along the way, there are going to be people that try to diminish or minimize or get you to maybe throw in the towel and give up, okay? So, what to do when, quote unquote, they say you can't. And in my life, I experienced that at a young age. Obviously, most of you know that basketball, was my passion growing up, playing basketball, pursuing that. And at different times, though, I had to overcome what they say. Okay, and I remember a certain experience, and I always like to back up my facts and statements with experiences or real life situations to bring more credibility. But I remember I was practicing one day. I was in high school, okay? And keep in mind, my goals were to play college basketball and to play professional basketball, okay? That was my goals, and my passion was to pursue basketball, you know. So I remember one day, actually a good friend of mine, we were practicing, and it was in a heated day. I'm from North Carolina, and in the summer times, it can be, you know, the summers are nothing nice. It can be blazing hot in the summers, you know, because the humidity is just tags you, beats you up, you know. So we were out practicing, but for me, we didn't care. Like for me and my friends, those that were passionate about basketball as well, we could care less about the humidity, about how hot it was. So we were at this basketball court, 12 or 1 o'clock, okay? Outdoor court, practicing, had our shirt off. We sweat, we working hard. I'm probably turning 3 shades darker because the sun was just that hot. You know, like down south, you know, you have 2 different shades of your skin tone down south. In the wintertime, you know, you have your normal complexion. But at the end of the summer, that complexion is probably 2 to 3 shades darker. If anybody from down south, or those who are watching, you know what I'm talking about. So we're outside, we practicing, you know, going hard, you know, probably an hour, 2 hours. And there was this guy who, he was older, maybe 5 or 6 years older, okay? He was from our hometown. He walked by and he saw us out there, and this is what he said to us. And so you gotta understand, guys, like things like this, I took to heart. Like what I'm about to share with you, what he said to me, I didn't forget, okay? Because in my process, okay, in pursuing my passion, there are certain things that stand out, certain experiences, certain things that people said, okay, along the way that stood out. So he saw us practicing, and this is what he said to us out loud, okay? There was nobody else around. We don't have people on the court. Nobody's not outside practicing at this time of day, okay? This is what he said. He said, man, I don't know why y'all out there practicing. I don't know why you out here, because you ain't going nowhere anyway. This was his exact words. He said, man, I don't know why you guys out here. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't about nothing. You ain't gonna become nothing with basketball anyway. Then he walked off. Okay? So that statement like stung me, okay? Like I was like a sophomore or junior in high school. And when he said that, that really rubbed me the wrong way, you know? And in addition to him, there were others, okay? Who a lot of times, as people older than you, there was others who were older than me that, you know, that doubted me, that doubted whether I could become something with basketball. They thought, you know, he's not big enough, he's not tall enough, he's not good enough. It was all the haters, okay? I had a lot of that, okay? But those things served as like motivators. My question to you is, what are you gonna do when they say you can't? Okay? And they can be, actually be honest, and this is hard pill to swallow, they could be in your home, quote unquote. They could be a relative. They could be a teacher. I know some people share their story. There was a teacher who told them, you're not gonna amount to nothing. Or it could be a mom or dad who says, or a mom who says, you're gonna be just like your dad. And in this situation, maybe your dad, you know, didn't fulfill his potential, you know. He did a lot of things, hurtful things. How you respond when they say you can't. So I have 3 things I want to share. 3 keys that will help you not only survive but thrive in those moments when you hear those words that you can't. Okay, and again, could be a teacher, could be relative, could be somebody in your home, could be a dad, could be a mom. How do you respond to when it's something that you're passionate about? Okay, when it's something that causes you to come alive, what are you going to do about it? Okay, so here are three keys that you need to absorb and digest that will help you get through those moments and fulfill your accomplishments. Okay. So number one, key number one is wherever you're at, be all there. Man, it's very simple. It's a very simple statement, but listen to it again. Wherever you're at, be all there. That's very profound, okay? What do I mean by that, okay? So you can be in a certain place physically, okay, but mentally, you're not. You know, you can be sitting in the classroom, you know, listen to the teacher, but your mind is already thinking about when you get home, what you're gonna do. I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Or you're already thinking about that awesome dinner you're gonna prepare. Or you're thinking about that argument you had last night. So you leave class and you really didn't accomplish anything. You really didn't learn anything because you weren't there. Okay, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about focus. When that gentleman said to my friend and I don't know why you're here. I don't know why you're out here practicing. You ain't gonna become none anyway. We had a choice to make. Okay, we could have allowed that to, you know, trip us up. Man, you know, could have ruffled our feathers. It could have, you know, caused us to like go into self-pity or really ponder. We could have did that, or we could say, you know what? I'm gonna work that much harder now. Okay, because he's down, I'm gonna work that much harder. So wherever you're at, learn to be in the moment. Learn to focus. I don't care what yesterday said. Okay? I don't care what tomorrow may bring. Stay in the moment. Okay? Focus. Those who accomplish great things know how to stay in the moment. They know how to channel their energy and their focus to stay in the moment. Because the only thing you can control is the moment. Okay? What happened yesterday, I can't do anything about that. I had a bad experience. You know what? I can't do anything about that. I don't know what tomorrow may bring. Okay? I have hope for tomorrow. I'm hoping for the best. But tomorrow isn't here yet. Okay? The only thing I have control over is my energy and my focus on the moment. Okay? So wherever you're at, some people forfeit preparation because they're so focused on the negative that can happen tomorrow. Some people forfeit their preparation time. See, there's a time in the season that you need to prepare for where you're going. And see, a lot of times, because we have fear, because we worry about the negative that could happen, we forfeit the preparation and the discipline that today required. Hope y'all getting this. I hope I'm trying to break it down for you. I'm trying to break it down to the very last compound. So, wherever you at, be all there. And I have something I want to read here. Don't ruin a good today by thinking about a bad yesterday. Don't ruin a good today by thinking about a bad yesterday. Okay? Stay in the moment. That's important. I want to say this, okay? That's key number one, okay? Wherever you're at, be all there. And I want to, I have 3 keys that's about, you know, when they say you can't, how do you respond to that? And how do you survive, not only survive, but thrive in those moments and stay even keel, okay? That's important. I'm going to share one more, okay, number 2. I'm not going to dive into it, but I'm going to at least give you 2 because I don't want to end this podcast with just giving you 1 key when I said there's 3. And we'll pick this up on Thursday, okay? So, key number 2, endure the ebbs and flow of life, okay? Number 2, endure the ebbs and flow of life, okay? Ebbs and flow represent highs and lows. In business, when you're in business, there's times of peak performance. There's times where things are really prospering. There's moments in time where you prosper. But then there's also times where it may be dry periods where there's not a lot of activity. There's not a lot going on. But you have to endure that. When you're passionate about something, okay, when tough times come, when they say you can't, there are times it may look like that. That's the ebb and flow of life. You have to endure those moments and stay even keeled. So, all right, I'm going to wrap up today. Hope you really enjoyed it. We're still on this flow of for the love of it. We're still in that same vein, for the love of it, for the month of November. And what I'm going to do is we'll pick up on Thursday. I'll review these 2 keys, and I'll give you key number 3. And it's going to be great. And I'll wrap up this session for this week. So don't forget to look up our book. Look up my book on Jarman INTL on the website. Pretend like our page. Spread the word. And I'll see you on Thursday. Don't forget, you're destined for greatness. See you Thursday.
Perfect.